Quiet Talk, the journey of compassion, reflecting on our path to mindfulness and resilience. Welcome, I'm Lauren. Welcome back, everyone. I'm so grateful to have you here for this quiet talk in our series. Over the past sessions, we've embarked on a meaningful journey, I hope you think so, together exploring cognitive fusion and diffusion, building resilience, cultivating mindfulness, and embracing change. Today we will reflect on this journey, celebrate your progress, and emphasize the importance of compassion and kindness in this process. Compassion and kindness are integral to our journey to mental clarity, joy, finding joy, realizing peace, and becoming aware. This quiet talk will evolve into a meditation. So find somewhere to sit yourself down or crawl into bed and wear loose, comfortable clothing. When you are ready, we'll start. Sit down or lie down comfortably and we will begin. Part 1. Reflecting on our journey. Relax your body, allowing for how you are right now. When we choose to focus on relaxation, this choice always follows prior moments. Allow you to be you in this space right now. It's okay. Relax, release, soften your body. Your whole body, head to toe. Have a physical check-in with yourself and notice how you feel. Notice how you are. Relax, breathe. Notice your pattern of breathing. Notice how you breathe. Allow the space between these words. Now let's take a moment to reflect on the path we've travelled. We started by understanding or developing an understanding of the nature of intrusive thoughts. and overthinking. When our mind runs away, races away, when our mind races, when we become entangled in thought, rumination, we have learned how cognitive fusion can entangle us in our minds. That process when thoughts become attached to our minds. We see thought as part of who we are, and it's not. Thoughts are thought by us. We choose our thoughts, and we've talked about how the process of thinking is a complex process, and choice is not as simple as turning on a light. We discovered cognitive diffusion, a powerful technique that helps us separate ourselves from our thoughts, allowing us to observe thoughts without judgment. We used a number of visualizations. Looking up at clouds, looking down at leaves floating in a stream, imagining balloons and letting go of balloons, and the balloons are like thoughts. Using powerful imagery to separate ourselves, self, from thought. Relax your body, soften your arms, soften your legs. Release your fingers on each hand, first finger on each hand, second, third, fourth, fifth finger on each hand. Release your toes, toes on each foot. First toe on each foot. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Imagine for a moment that you are floating. Inches away from the ground, a sense of floating. Floating, being weightless, light, fluffy. Floating, imagine floating. Now, imagine sinking into a bed. Imagine heaviness, a heavy body. Sinking into the bed. Body sinking, feet, arms, shoulders, head. This is a pleasant sensation of sinking, of heaviness. Now imagine the contrast, floating, fluffy cloud-like, floating, floating, now sinking into a bed, sinking, feeling heavy. Notice the power of the mind. Relax the whole body. Relax. Relax, release. Cognitive diffusion is a technique that helps us separate ourselves from our thoughts, allowing us to observe them without judgment as the spectator. Through our discussions, we explored resilience, recognizing that it is our ability to adapt and grow in the face of challenges. We learned mindfulness techniques to anchor, to ground ourselves in the present moment, fostering awareness, the ability to be present, aware, and acceptance, the ability to own the moment, to affirm yourself in this moment. With a quiet, resilient acceptance, when we can separate ourselves from our thoughts, life becomes clear. The process of separating ourselves from our thoughts is a skill we practice in each new moment. And this is opposite to fusion, which is to be fused to the thought, to see ourselves as the thought. To see the thought as having power. Thoughts do not have power. We are the thinker. We have the mindful power. Let's take a moment to recognize our achievements, to affirm our achievements. Let's recognize the insight we presently have. Let's acknowledge our growth as an essential part of our journey. We do not grow without stimulus. We are unlikely to grow without the presence of adversity. Relax, release your body. Relax, relax, release your body. Relax, release your body. Part 2, the power of compassion and kindness. let's take a moment while focusing on breath and consider the meaning of compassion in your life, the meaning of kindness in your life, the power of these sentiments. Throughout this process of exploring diffusion and fusion, cognitive fusion, we have highlighted the significance of compassion and kindness. Both towards ourselves and towards others. As we navigate the complexities of our minds, and our minds are complex, it is important to remember that we are human. That we are human. We each face our own struggles and our own challenges. It's important not to compare yourself with anyone else. You have a right to experience your own struggles in the way that you do. Relax, release your body. Soften the skin on your body. Soften the area of the belly, the lower belly, hips. Broaden the chest. Soften the shoulders. Relax, release your body. Imagine that your physical form is light and weightless. And then imagine that your body is heavy and sinking into a visualized bed. Ask yourself, how often do you show yourself kindness? How often do you show yourself kindness when faced with difficulties? Ask yourself this question. How do you demonstrate kindness for self? What do you do? Demonstrating kindness for yourself is an essential component of cognitive diffusion. The ability to see that you are not your thoughts. Consider self-compassion. Practicing self-compassion allows us to approach our thoughts and feelings with understanding, with a gentleness, rather than judgment. Judgment is associated with fusion. Judgment is a process which involves bonding, attachment, being stuck in a mindset, stuck in the past. Looking back. Kindness and compassion creates a nurturing environment which cultivates growth and healing. demonstrating kindness for self, compassion for self, is the foundation of healing. Relax, release your body, arms, legs. Legs, arms. Soften your body, quieten your body, slow down your body. Lengthen each breath. Consider now how you extend compassion to others. What do you do that is compassionate? Just as you've been learning to be gentle with yourself, you can offer this same kindness to those around you. The extension of kindness can create a ripple effect of support. When we extend kindness with boundaries, always with boundaries, when we extend kindness and cultivate support, we benefit from this energy. Relax, release your body. Part 3. Integrating our learnings. How do we integrate these learnings into our daily life? The ability to separate thought from self. When we separate thought from the self, we are more likely to grow, to understand, to accept, and to feel peace. We are more likely to develop perspective. The ability to look down upon life with clarity. How do we do this? Firstly, we cultivate a daily mindfulness practice. We set aside time each day for mindfulness. Whether this is meditation, breath awareness, or mindful walking. These practices help you become grounded, stay grounded and present. Joy is only to be found in the present. To reflective journaling, the ability to journal, to document thought, feeling and experiences. Reflect on your progress and celebrate achievement. Celebrate these small achievements. Celebrate the tiny achievements. Celebrate these small steps. Notice the experience of documenting. The action, the experience of writing down, of typing. Number 3, practice a compassion practice. Make it a habit, a ritual, to practice self-compassion. When faced with challenges, pause. Allow sacred space. Ask yourself, how would I treat a friend in this situation? Extend this kindness to others, fostering a supportive community, and ask yourself, how would you treat yourself if you were your own friend? Practice compassion. Contemplate compassion. Meditate upon compassion regularly. Part 4. Celebrating your progress. The ability to be in the moment requires noticing the moment. The ability to notice the moment requires the skill of celebrating the moment. Celebrating every moment. Let's take a moment now to celebrate existence. Engaging in the process of cognitive diffusion takes courage. Takes commitment. Takes practice. When you've shown up for yourself and embraced the journey with an open heart and an open mind, you deserve to celebrate. Celebrate your heart beating. Celebrate each breath. Celebrate each sunset and each sunrise. Relax, release your legs. Each area of the hip, the upper leg, the area above each knee, each knee, behind each knee, your lower leg, ankle, foot, toes. Relax, release. Slow your breathing down. Slow your breathing down. Remember that the journey of mindfulness is a practice. It requires practice. The journey of mindfulness requires learning, small steps. The ability to be resilient is ongoing. We learn to be resilient in each new moment. We are a new person in each moment. The tools and the insights we gain through cognitive diffusion will serve us as we navigate life's challenges. Instead of reacting, we take a moment and then another moment and choose how to respond. Soften your body. Bring a sense of quiet to your body. Consider your physical self and bring compassion to your body, each part of your body. Bring kindness to your body, each part of your body. Each of us has an inner voice. Inner rhetoric, inner chatter. We have the ability to re-script this inner voice. We have the ability to learn how to speak differently within our minds. We can change our inner voice. It requires practice. It requires naming the voice, naming the thoughts, the feelings, and then adjusting, reshaping, shape-shifting these thoughts and feelings. Understanding that we are not our thoughts. The sense of I, the concept of I, is integrally separate to the thought. To the feeling. It is I who thinks. It is I who feels. The I can feel and think differently. Not easy, it's a practice. And we can practice. Bit by bit, step by step, we can practice. Imagine your physical body now relaxing. Imagine your physical body floating safely in a bath of kindness. In a bath of compassion. Warm water, comforting water, security, safety, silence. The waters of kindness. Allow yourself to be cleansed in the waters of kindness. Allow yourself to be washed in the waters of kindness. These waters are soft, affirming. These waters are gentle. Breathe. Lengthen ever so gently. Lengthen the breath. Lengthen the breath. Find peace in the silence. When we separate ourselves, when we separate I from the thought, we realize silence. When we attach the thought to I, there is no space for silence, for reflection, for awareness, for accepting. When there is space, when there is pause, when there is a response rather than a reaction, there is space for joy. Relax, release. Cognitive diffusion is a skill. It's okay to learn. It takes the ability to climb up a mountain of perspective and look down upon the thoughts. And see the thoughts. Oh, that is a thought. That is something my mind thinks. My mind is powerful. My mind can choose to think other thoughts. My mind can feel a variety of feelings through practice, through separation. Soften your mind. Soften your mind. It's when we feel judgment, feel attachment, that we compromise our ability to separate ourselves. Relax, release the body. When we separate ourselves, we are in an ideal paradigm for developing insight, learning something new, something deeper, something more profound. Something meaningful. Finding meaning in the moment. Realizing that life is okay. No matter what. Relax the body head to toe. Head to toe. Head to toe. Relax the body, release the body.